These right here are the all-new Orbitkey Urban Sling bags. This one right here is the 4-liter size, and this one is the 6-liter plus size. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you about what I didn't like about the bags, and there is one big thing I didn't like about them. And there's also, I'll tell you what I did like about them. I'll also do a pack out to show you all of the features. And also I'll do a camera fit guide, so I'll show you what different camera systems will fit in each one of these bags and how much space there is. And hopefully by the end of this video, it'll help you decide whether this bag is going to be right for you. Full disclosure, I purchased these bags by myself, so no one has asked me to make them. I bought them because I feel like they are great everyday carry, travel slings, and they can also accommodate a camera, which I really do like in the Bellroy Venture sling line. Link to that video down below. And yeah, and I feel like these are direct competitors to that, and I wanted to see which one was going to be better. And there's some features that I do like from the Orbitkey lineup better than the Bellroy. However, there's some features of the Bellroy that I like better than this. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Desy Cheng, and I post 1 to 2 times per week, and I primarily focus on bags and gear related to travel, EDC everyday carry, as well as photography. First, let's start talking about the basic specs of these bags. So this 4-liter one is $90, and this 6-liter one is $110 US. In terms of weight, this one right here is about 310 grams, and this one right here is 440 grams. In terms of materials, they both use a Codra recycled nylon with a polyurethane coating, which makes it a little bit waterproof, and they also feature YKK zippers. So next we're going to talk about the dislikes I have with these bags. The biggest thing I don't like about it is the strap and how you can adjust it. So how they have it, I mean, it's kind of one-sided. So right now I normally wear these sling bags on my right shoulder, and these were kind of designed meant for a left shoulder carry. So I'll show you what I mean. So right now I have it on my right shoulder, and for me to adjust it, right now it's kind of cinched tight, and if I wanted to kind of swing it around and it's too tight on me, but I kind of want to, like, you know, make it a little bit looser. It's kind of difficult to reach around to the very, very back of it. You kind of have to pull and tug it so the bag is kind of over your shoulder a little bit, so you can really kind of grab it to kind of loosen it. And then even right now I'm having a difficult time. There we go. And now then I can kind of loosen it. Then, you know, it won't be so close to my body if I want to look at, you know, my goods. And if you're going to be wearing a jacket that's going to be just, or a thicker jacket, it's going to be even more difficult than, you know, what I'm showing you right now. Now let me show you how, actually the other difficult part is that they do advertise that they have this kind of metal clip here. So if you wanted to hang a carabiner or your keys or things like that, other accessories, you know, that's cool. However, again, if it's going to be on your right shoulder, it's now at the back of it, and it's almost kind of useless. For me to even access that, you're going to have to pull that bag all the way around for you to kind of get it. And to me, that's stupid. I mean, I feel like they should have the adjustment strap as well as this clip and anything else on both sides. So then if you're right or left shoulder, you can do it from both ways. So now I'll show you how it is on my left shoulder, which is what it was designed to be. So right now it's on my left shoulder, and if I want, right now it's loose, and if I really wanted to tighten it, I just grab the strap, which is right down here, pretty easy, and then just pull it tight. Pull it tight like that. And now it's kind of strapped, you know, tightly against my body. And if I wanted to loosen it, you just gotta swing it around just a little bit, grab it from the bottom, and loosen it. So very easy. And again, if I wanted to undo the buckle, same thing. You just have to turn it around right there, and there is the buckle. And here is also that metal clip where I can hang my different accessories. So moving on to the other things I didn't like about the bag. First of all, this Orbitkey logo, this little reflective piece of tag, it just looks cheap and feels cheap. I feel like I can just kind of rip it off. So yeah, that's one thing I didn't really like. The second thing is that the 4-liter does not have a top grab handle. I really like grab handles, even if it's a thin, small one. The 6-liter one has one, which is great. I really like it. I mean, it's not the greatest grab handle, but at least it has one. 4-liter one does not. The next thing I didn't like about it is that at the bottom there is it's no real padding. I mean, there's a little bit, but there's nothing really. So if you're going to be putting a camera in there, you might want to put maybe a foam padding on the bottom, or you just got to be a little bit more careful. Unlike the Bellroy though, the Bellroy actually has like a little bit of foam padding, so you can actually put cameras in there without putting anything in addition. So I really like that part, or aspect of both the Bellroy. And this one's kind of minor, not really nitpicking, but it doesn't come with a key leash. Instead, they just have this little loop right here. So if you had a carabiner or something like that, you can just kind of hook it on. So it's kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of thing. But you know, most bags at least carry or have a little key leash. So it would have been nice if they included a key leash of some sort. And the final thing I didn't really like was just the placement of this pen slot. So yes, the pen just kind of feeds straight through this little Orbitkey little tag right here, but it's like right up next to the sunglasses and right up close to the zipper. So it's kind of like, you know, a little bit much right here. I would have much preferred it if they put that little Orbitkey logo at the top right here, or even right here, where it's completely out of the way. And the same thing goes with the larger one as well. They need to just kind of change the placement of that Orbitkey pen holder. Okay, so now let's dive into all the features that I do like about the bag, as well as tell you about the features as well as a pack out. So yeah, this is what the bag looks like. This is the 4 liter. We're gonna start with the 4 liter first, and then we'll get into the 6 liter after this. So at the back, you know, this is what it looks like. The bag, it does kind of compress if you don't have very many things in it, or it can kind of expand depending on what you have in the bag. Looking at the strap is decently, it's nice and thick and wide, and then you have a standard kind of buckle right here to open it and close it. I really like that. And they have this kind of little metal piece for you to clip certain accessories. So looking at the zipper, so the zipper, it's you have a YKK AquaGuard zipper only on this main compartment, but not at the back one. So let's kind of open this guy up. So let's open up the main zipper right here. There's 2 zippers, which is nice. You can open it from either side. And so looking in here, I have a pen right here. So take that right out. And then behind that, or underneath that, I have a sunglasses pocket. Zip that back up. And in the main compartment right now, I still have quite a bit of room for other things. If I had a pair of gloves or a toque, I could totally stash that in here. But right here, I just have a pair of headphones that I would plug in if I'm on the airplane. Can't use my AirPods, so I'd have to do a hardwired plug-in. And right now I have my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, so that just kind of fits onto the bottom right there. Now I'm just gonna kind of bring in the Fujifilm X100 6 right here, just to kind of show you that yes, it will fit in here with the lens hood. However, with the lens hood, it does kind of bulge out at the top right here, so it's a better fit if you take the lens hood off. So just a quick take off, and the Fujifilm X100 or any one of the other X100s would fit nicely in here with a little bit of room for other things as well. Now let's kind of go on into the other items. So in terms of organization, there's just 2 large stash pockets right here. So you got 1 and 2. So on this one side right here, I do have my iPhone cable as well as a power bank. And then on this other side, I have clipped in here, I got 2 EDC items. I have a Leatherman Skeletal knife, as well as an EDC a flex tail flashlight. And then also within that pouch, I have just my little power adapter for my phone to plug into the airplane or at the airport. And then I also have my AirPods if I just want to listen to something on my phone. What else? And that's pretty much it in terms of the main compartment. But now let's kind of dive into the back zipper. So we'll zip that guy up. So looking at the back zipper, and I really like this back zipper. The Bellroy does not have this external back zipper, so I really do like this. It's nice and wide. It's just one single zipper, and it's not a YKK AquaGuard. But I don't think you're supposed to be meant to be putting electronics or anything in here. More about thinner items. So in the main compartment right here, I have a boarding pass, so that fits nicely in there. I have a pack of wet wipes, and I also have my passport as well. And in here I have one of these kind of Axwell types metal slim wallets, and also have just Asian drinking pills, which is just pretty much Pepsi AC or Zantac. So next, let's talk about the Urban Sling 6-liter bag. First, let's talk about the differences. So pretty much everything is the same, materials and the buckle and the strap kind of thing. The main difference, so number one, you have a top grab handle. So that's going to be very, very nice and very useful. The other main difference is that it has 1, 2, 3 sections as opposed to the other one which only had 2 sections. And then the final kind of main difference on the exterior is just on the sides right here. There's actually 2 little webbing loops right here and 2 little webbing loops right here. So if you had a different accessories, maybe a Leatherman or a flashlight or something like that, you can totally just kind of clip it into there. So that's a minor but cool little difference. So let's get into a pack out and show you what I have in this bag. So let's start with this front section first. So the front section has 2 zippers, which is great, and it has that YKK AquaGuard zipper. And let's kind of open that up here. So maybe I'll show you this way. So this one is more meant for small accessories. So right now I have my pen right here, and then I have my sunglasses pocket. And then looking into here, I just have the kind of open space. So right now I just have my headphones, and then I have 1, 2, 3 dividers, which is nice. So in one of them, I have my little power adapter for my phone charger. I have my AirPods in the other slot. And then this one, I have my keys. Oh yeah, I didn't show you me clipping my keys in on the other bag, but you totally could. But the problem about having my keys in the main bag would be that my keys would scratch up my camera, which was also in the main compartment. So I do like to have this kind of a third additional spot where I won't damage my camera, and that's kind of like one big bonus or plus that I prefer about this bag as opposed to the smaller bag. That's essentially it for this little front accessory part. And let's now dive into the main compartment. So the main compartment has this one big zipper, and in here I am able to fit my Fujifilm X100VI as well as my DJI Osmo Pocket camera. So in the smaller version, I could really only just kind of fit one in there. I could have kind of crammed 2, but it's more meant for one. But this one I could fit both of them, no problem. So here's my camera. And then here is my DJI Osmo Pocket. In here, I also have my EDC items. I got a knife. Again, if I'm traveling, obviously I'm not bringing this on the airplane, but I'm just kind of showing you what it could fit. And then have my flashlight. And then it has the same kind of 2 large stash pockets in the main compartment. So, and this is just my power bank with iPhone cable. So this is kind of, yeah, again, what the main compartment looks like, and it's quite spacious. So moving on, let's go into the back zippered area. So at this back zippered area, there's one zipper, and it just kind of opens up one way. And there's 3 slots, which is nice because if you're carrying your family's passports, you can actually have your passports all lined up. I think they're roughly around the same size. In here, I just have the same thing, got wet wipes. I got my boarding pass. I have this little metal wallet thing. I have my Asian drinking pills, which is Pepsid AC, and then I also have my passport right here. So next we're gonna do a camera fit guide with the Urban Sling 4-liter size. I've already showed you what it looks like with the Fujifilm X100. Now let's go on to the Sony ZV-E1 with a 24mm lens. This is gonna be similar to a Sony A7C2 or A7C. So if we put that camera in there, this is kind of like how much room you do have, and it's quite spacious. I mean, this is gonna fit perfectly. So if you had a small camera, you know, no problem. You can even kind of put it on its side, things like that. So moving around here, we have the Nikon ZF. And once we kind of put that in there, it does bulge out quite a bit more. And just kind of, it does fit though, which is nice, but you're not gonna have room really for too much other items. Now let's moving on to a Canon. This is an R6 with a 24-105. You're gonna have to slot it in sideways, and it will fit. It will close, which is nice, but there's not room for really much else, and you're kind of maxing out the size capacity there. Moving along, this is the Fujifilm X-T5 with the 18-55 kit lens. And right here, there's still quite a bit of room in here, so it's nice and small. You can still do that. So yeah, this is gonna be a good fit. Similar in size, maybe a little bit smaller. This is the Leica Q2, which is the same as the Leica Q1, Q3, things like that. But this is, you know, if you put it down, lens down, you have it like that, or you can kind of put it like this, and that's kind of what it fits, or how it looks like, but it does kind of bulge out with that lens hood. And lastly, this is going to be kind of like my biggest kit or biggest item in this little table right here. This is the Sony A7RV with a 16-35 f2.8. And the question is, will this fit in here? Yes, it does. I don't have to stretch the zipper across, but that will fit in here no problem. But like the Canon, it's going to be you're kind of maxing out the entire space, and there's not really room for much else in there. And now time for the Urban Sling Plus, which is 6 liters in size. Again, I've already showed you what the Fujifilm X100 looks like. Next is the ZV-E1, which is A7C2 size, and look at that. It only takes up like less than half the space, so there's still tons of room for other things, your DJI Osmo Pocket or other things. You just have to put another divider in there. So this camera and that, it's going to be kind of big. Next, we're going to have the Nikon ZF go in here. And again, so you can zip it up and put it on the side, and there's like lots of space doing that way, or you can kind of put it this way as well, and still lots of space. It does bulge up and eat some space in the front right here, just to let you know. Next up, we have the Canon R6 with 24-105, and that's gonna have to slot in sideways. But putting it in there, I still have plenty of room if I want to put gloves or a toque or something like that. I still got lots of room in there, and there's still gonna be room in the other 2 pockets. So quite spacious. Now, this is the Fujiilm X-T5. Fujiilm X-T5 with the 18-55, and it takes about half of this space, so you still have half the room left in there. And yeah, does it go like that? Oh, you can put it sideways like that as well. Next up, we have the Leica Q2. Once you put that in there, again, you're taking up only maybe 30% of the space, so you still have lots of room for other things in there. And then finally, we have the Sony A7RV with 16-35. So this is gonna be like one of the largest combos, camera lens combos that you will put in there, and it will fit nicely in there, and you will still have room to put your additional accessories in this front zipper pocket as well as the back, and still have room to put like maybe a toque, gloves, things like that in there. So yeah, boom. So let's wrap this video up. I'm going to address 2 questions. Number 1, you know, should you get this or not? I mean, I feel like Orbitkey has definitely done a great job, and I feel like between the Orbitkey, Bellroy, or the Toshi sling bag, they're all great options, and they're all kind of similar in terms of size. If you buy either one of those, I feel like you can't go wrong. They're great bags. And then the second question I wanted to address is, which size should you get? And I mean, if you're a minimalist, obviously you're gonna go for the 4-liter size. I personally, I do like the 3 different sections, because I am carrying a camera sometimes or most of the times. And so I really do like the extra space, extra volume, the more organization, the extra molly webbing that's I can hang different or clip different things onto, as well as this top grab handle. So for me, I personally like the organization and everything. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go for this 6-liter sling, just because it's a little bit more versatile for my needs. But I know that not everyone carries a camera, so then maybe this 4-liter would be great. But I mean, what I would like to see actually in the future, if they made a version 2 of it, if they made a 4-liter with 3 sections, that would have been great. I think that the 3-level organization, zippered pocket, whatever design, is definitely like a must-have, or something that I really, really like. And that's why I also really like the Toshi sling bag. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.